welcome back. Okay, some cards came out today. This is for those of you who had somebody who tried to dominate you. They were pretty controlling, okay? They might not always have been, but, you know, towards the end of this relationship, they were controlling. They changed their mind a lot. They were back and forth. They could have been physically back and forth, okay? During this time, I see that you were very graceful, okay? You tried to keep the energy between you light and cheerful, but this person dragged you down. It was you putting the energy in, okay? But they were very dominating. They wanted to dominate and control you. And it's to do with their own insecurity, okay? They were very, very insecure. They were very confused emotionally. If you just really want to know why, they were insecure and they were confused emotionally. So because they couldn't deal with their own crap, they tried to dominate you because it made them feel better about their own weaknesses, all right? Let me go a little bit deeper and see what the root of this is. Just really, I feel today, an understanding for you, if this is your reading, if they were domineering, controlling, and you were the one putting all the energy in. I hear you laughing a lot and trying so hard to keep the atmosphere light. I think you were scared of triggering this person. Okay, so let's see today what the root was. Why were they like this? You know, were they narcissistic? Or were they just a child that never got the love that they wanted? I just heard that. Were they just a child that never got the love? So I'm going to look into that for you today. But before we start, I hope you're all well. Welcome back. I hope it's going okay wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It is cold here, hence the fact I'm wearing a blanket, literally. Thanks so much for all your support, your comments. I do read all of them. And if you'd like any help, just click on the title of this video. If you're on a mobile, it'll take you through to the description box. Links to the website are in there. And also check out the free relationship report. And if you want to see any more of this content, just click that notification bell under this video title. Okay. I'm just feeling a sadness. I've not even pulled any cards. I don't feel it was someone who's particularly... I don't know what is good and bad. I don't feel it's someone who's a particularly bad person. Okay. What's the root of all of this, please? Can we just get to the root? Can you give me some indication, please, guys? Thank you. Right. They loved you. Okay. Gosh, this person, 2 of Cups. They loved you very, very much. I feel this is a soulmate connection. Okay. It's definitely a soulmate connection. And right back at the beginning, when I was saying that this was what they were like at the end of the relationship, it wasn't always like this. You two just got each other. You saw eye to eye. Okay, there was a real good connection here. It went from being fun, and I don't just mean fun in a sort of a superficial way. Even when the chips were down for whoever this is for today, when you were literally, as we say in the UK, on your arse, you still managed to work through it together as a couple. Ride or die, in it together, in it forever, okay? But it changed. The energy changed, and for a while you kept hoping it would go back to how it was, but you know, I'm getting a very strong masculine that became quite controlling, okay? From seeing eye to eye on everything, you did have good days where you did see eye to eye. This is key to this reading today, okay? You had days, so for example on a Monday, let's use Monday for an example, it was going good, you got on, you know, I'm hearing laughter. And then Tuesday, it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Somebody else had come out to play. And it wasn't the person that you were playing with on the Monday. All right. You just... you became unhappy. You know, you went from, and I feel other people saw you as getting on really well, to other people, and I'm hearing this, other people seeing you as kind of quite an unhappy couple at the end. Okay, with a lot of back and forth energy. A lot of back and forth energy. There was a lot of inequality. Somebody had more control. Okay, somebody definitely had more control. Okay, I feel this goes right back. This is your person that at some point in their past they were in a relationship, romantic, parental, whatever this relationship was, where there was manipulation and somebody else misused their power with your person. Okay? They misused their power with your person. There was also, within the environment your person was in at some point before you, there was a lack of emotional control. Now this has all got into your person's brain, into their subconscious, and they didn't deal with it. It always goes back to this, you know. Always, 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 at some point there is something that causes learned behaviour. Okay, learned behaviour. And I'm hearing there was a life event in your relationship, a big event, a life event, that was almost the catalyst for something your person had buried deep. They'd buried it deep. They'd burrowed it down. Okay, it was buried way, way down. And this catalyst, this life event triggered it. Okay, it triggered it. In somebody's childhood, there was a lot of, what's the word? Bias. Okay, could be triangulation. One child or one relative was being played off against the other. Okay, it was quite insidious. It might not have been that obvious. I think your person never really wanted to admit this, but this life event triggered it, and it triggered them to start exhibiting the same patterns that they'd learned. Okay, it was all about them getting their needs met when they were younger, or even possibly in the first real relationship they had romantically. Possibly they were married before. Okay, and you know, it's really common. I think, you know, we all do it to a certain extent. You know, relationship ends and you just want to be happy again, and sometimes issues and problems aren't addressed, or the pain isn't addressed from the previous relationship, and you think you're doing okay, but that baggage is still there, and it can be the weirdest thing that sets it off. Okay, but that is the core here. That is why this person became domineering and controlling. They went from being very fun, very light-hearted, which I feel is their true essence today. I really do. But this catalyst, this event, triggered them to become controlling, almost prejudiced in a way. Okay, they had a real bias of this is the way it's going to happen, this is the way it's going to be. But what was really hard for you is that I'm hearing they weren't like that. This was a shock. It was the last thing you expected from this person, to be so biased. You know, to exhibit such opinions. I'm hearing the word opinions. They had very strong opinions on something, and they wouldn't budge. And they'd gone from being very light-hearted, very fun, very playful, to bloody downright rude and obstinate. You know, obstinate. Okay? And they became very cold emotionally. Very cold. They shut their heart chakra right down. Anything else, please? Why? They got a kick out of it. Controlling you, dominating you, being obstinate with you gave them mental strength. Okay. It gave them a kick. It made them feel good about themselves, all right? You know, whatever happened in this person's past, instead of them fighting back, they learned not to fight back. They learned to retreat. They learned as a child to go and hide in their room. They didn't voice their opinions, okay? But this never went away. And I feel that they were always a bit of a ticking time thing, you know? It was always ticking away in them. It was going to come out at some point. And unfortunately, I think it came out with you, okay? They had a lot of mental overload that they never addressed. And it ticked away and it ticked away. And this catalyst set them off, okay? And I feel the catalyst was a life-changing event or something big that they couldn't control. They couldn't control it. It was out of their hands. It was totally out of their hands. And they couldn't deal with it because it triggered them going back to a child in their room. I'm hearing with their fingers in their ears, trying to ignore it all. But it triggered them. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm getting King of Cups in reverse, that they became very emotionally manipulative with you as well. But also the King of Cups in reverse is an energy of somebody who can hold an emotional grudge for 25 years. Let's use that as an example so you get the time frame. They'll hold that grudge. They'll zip it, they keep quiet about it. But it's sort of like hanging over them, you know? It's still there. It's still there. And it could be a grudge towards the main masculine energy caregiver, the caregiver in their environment who was masculine in energy. Doesn't matter about gender, but you know, we've all got different energies, but their main energy was masculine. Okay, your person just became somebody who looked out for themselves. Yeah, they became really impulsive, rash, irritable. They were very irritable, you know, very, very irritable. And possibly a little bit mentally abusive as well. They knew their words cut. They knew their words cut. This did become really quite messy for you. One more, please. Yeah. They were all over the place. There could have been, the life event here, it's got something to do with money. It could, you know, money. Lack of balance in money. Maybe they thought they were going to lose money. Maybe they didn't get the money they thought. Maybe a business went wrong. But there was something to do with finances, okay? This triggered something back in their childhood when there wasn't enough money. Or they were told that money doesn't grow on trees and all of that stuff. So really, this is what this reading is about today. It's for you to know it was never about you. This person would have done this at some point, okay? Like I say, it was that, you know, that ticking thing, you know, it's ticking away, it's ruminating, and it was going to happen. It was going to happen. Right, okay. Now what they're not telling you is that they do need some help, all right, at the moment. and they would like to establish some contact with you. All right. I feel that this person has gone into another relationship. So this is narrowing it down even more if you're still watching. They have gone into another relationship, okay? But I feel they're keeping secrets from the person in this new relationship as well. And I think the secret they are keeping is the fact that they would like to meet up with you. They'd like to meet up with you. What are they going to do? Are they going to do anything about it? Family, 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 family. Their energy's there. Yeah, I do feel they will do. And I think you know this. I think you know they're going to come back in. Sometimes you just have a knowing. It could be months later, it can be years later. But you just know that this is not the last you've heard of this person. And I don't believe it is today. Okay? They miss the community they were in with you. It could be your family they miss. It could be the joint friends that you miss, the places you used to go, the laughs you used to have. I'm definitely getting they miss the social side of your relationship. Going out, seeing people, meeting people. I'm hearing concerts, things that you used to do. They really, really miss that, okay? They are going to move away eventually from wherever they are settled. Okay, I do see specifically that they could even be in a different state to you now, if you're in the USA, or a different country. All right, but they do miss that. You're expecting it, and I'm getting that this has been going on for a good year to 2 years. This isn't something that's been happening for a few months. Let's see what else they'd like to say to you before we wrap this up. I've been manifesting you. I had this out the other day. Manifesting. I'm trying to work on myself to clear my head. Yeah, they've realised. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. If they let you down during this life event, they regret it. I think they just lost the plot. They dropped all the balls. You know when that's saying when you drop the ball? They couldn't deal with it. Okay? They couldn't deal with it. I think mentally they could have had a little bit of a breakdown, this person. But they ran to something else, hid themselves away, third-party relationship where they thought it was going to be really good. I don't even thought it was going to be good, but they just thought somebody else could take care of everything. But now they want to make you happy. And they miss your smile. You know, right back when, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, there was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of socialising. There was just a lot of fun. You know, life is supposed to be fun, not always, you know, laughing all the time. But at the end of the day, we dance on this planet in the present body that we've got for a very, very short time. They miss that. They miss you so much, okay? I feel they will come back in. Are you prepared for that, okay? Are you prepared for that? Top of the deck. I don't know why I took that. 2 of Cups. There we go. To end this reading. This person is your soulmate. They will be back. This has been a growing period. And it's only when we look back we can see, gosh, yeah, I can see why that happened now. All right, you two will be stronger for this. You will be better for this. And this won't happen again. Okay, this time you'll make it. All right, I love you all very much. Take care and just remember you're the operant power. I love you all. Bye.